Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Obviously, coming off a tough home loss in a game that that really felt like we should have won. And anytime that happens, that is my responsibility. Got to do a better job with that. The good thing for us is we're moving forward. We've got a rival coming up. Chance to win 9 games. We go on the road. Our guys, after our meeting yesterday, I mean, they flipped the switch. We got great leadership. We bounced back twice earlier in the season from these things. I really expect us to do the same thing. Like I said, our guys are looking forward to playing these guys. Questions?
We saw a couple different quarterbacks obviously play last week. You said John Rice is banged up a little bit. Is there some clarity this week of what the plan is with who's going to play?
Yeah,
both play.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. Like I told you after the game, I mean, he wasn't 100%, and I think we could see that towards the end of the half, and felt like Mikey could give us a lift, and he did there for the first drive or two. Obviously, we had the big turnover there, and just kind of was uphill after that. But John Rice, our starting quarterback, and we're fortunate enough to have a guy like Mikey right there ready to go. So we'll see how practice goes. I mean, obviously, if John Rice is ready to go, he'll be our starter.
What do you know about this USF team entering this week?
Yeah, they've been scoring a lot of points. They're very creative on offense. Defensively, they've had some injuries. That's definitely hurt them. They've been in some games against some really quality opponents and just hadn't been able to kind of get over that hump. And if you remember last year, I mean, they were in a similar situation, and they gave us their best. And so we're expecting to get their best. They're playing at home, last regular season game, and so we need to play good quality football. That's really been our message.
Coach, you were talking about bouncing back just a little bit ago. How much, from your perspective, coaching and getting the guys ready for the week, is it helpful to have a rivalry that could be happening for the last time in the game? How much does it help you lift the guys up?
Yeah, there's no doubt. I mean, they're definitely. I mean, we were disappointed. We should have been. That's a 24-hour rule. We put it behind us, and they flipped the switch. And I expect us to come out and have a really good week of practice and be ready to play these guys.
Sunday night, Coach Lindsay indicated that Mikey came in to provide a bit of a spark. Was that also a factor in the decision to bring Mikey in?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said afterwards, it looked like John Rice wasn't completely healthy right there. We felt like we needed a spark. He provided that spark, and then we got close a couple of times and just couldn't get any points on the board. In that third and fourth quarter after that first drive.
Looking at the film, what was the biggest deficiency that you saw that you should have done better? I mean, that number one for Navy was pretty much terrorizing.
We had trouble protecting. We had a lot of RPOs that, looking back, we could have ran the football probably a little bit more. And like I said, I think from my standpoint, I've got to do a better job, with those type situations.
What did you like about the defensive effort in the second half?
Yeah, they made really good adjustments. That's a hard team to prepare for. That first drive, you're adjusting, you're seeing how they're, how they're going to attack you, and you're adjusting the speed. And after that, our guys settled down, and I thought did a really good job, especially in that second half.
More about this war on I-4. I know obviously you were here last year learning a little bit about it. I guess, have you recognized even more since last year how important this game is, being it's the last scheduled meeting, at least with these two teams for the
Yeah, I know
future?
I can tell how important it is to our fans and our players, especially the older guys that have been around and, of course, experienced it at one time and going down to the very end. I get it. There's no doubt about that. And, we know we're going to get their best, and they're going to get our best, and we'll see what happens.
You said that you hoped to run the ball a little bit more. Did Mikey struggle with some of the RPO reads in the second half?
I mean, there was a couple things that, everyone could have done a little bit better, as far as that goes.
With USF, heading down there to that game in particular, what is it with all the, they've had a lot of lineup changes, a lot of staff changes there. What is it that when you want to get ready for them now that you see that stands out?
Yeah, I mean, last year I think they got rid of their defense coordinator the week that we played them, and the same guys calling the defense that we went against last year, so we're familiar with that. They don't have their regular head coach. So, but it is what I mean. It's the last game of the year. It's a very, very important game for us. Our guys understand that, so we're not getting caught up in who's coaching and who's not.
Obviously, USF has some games scheduled in the future. You guys are going to the Big 12, but in a perfect world, is that a rivalry that you want to keep alive? I know you don't schedule the games, but just understand the rivalry.
I don't know. I mean, me and Terry will get together and we'll figure out what's best for us moving forward. Hard for me to answer that question right now.
there's still a chance, obviously, for UCF to make the conference championship. You got to win first and foremost, more than anything. But do you understand the tiebreaker rules? Because I know a lot of us have been going over them and trying to figure out the scenarios. Like, do you understand them?
Yeah, I mean, we need to win the game. We win the game, I like our chances, and that's really about it.
What's most dangerous about a 1-10 team?
I mean, you would normally say overlooking them, but we're not overlooking them. I mean, especially with what happened last year, and they were in a similar situation. We're going to get their best, they're going to get our best. We'll put the ball down, we'll see what happens.
Coach, back to those things that have to happen for you to get to your ultimate goal. How do you keep the guys this week from not thinking about that stuff?
No, they're not
Taking care
thinking.
of
Yeah,
business?
they're not. They're thinking about this game. I mean, they're thinking about this game only. We'll worry about that stuff after the game. Like I said, I like our chances. We need to win. Anything else? Okay, thank you guys.